What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be going over how I think Eddie Thawne could become Cobalt Blue in The Flash Season 8. Now, guys, starting off, Season 8, Episode 11 is titled Resurrection, so who knows, maybe that's the episode that Eddie Thawne returns in. Obviously, he's dead, so he could be resurrected somehow. However, my prediction is that that episode's going to be mostly focused on Ronnie Raymond, because he's actually confirmed to be appearing in that episode. So with that said, if Eddie Thawne does end up being a villain, I think he will be appearing later this season. So later than episode 11, maybe like episode 13 or 14, something like that. And I think it will have to do with the Reverse Flash. So with the Reverse Flash, I think it could be because of this Legion of Zoom storyline potentially coming up as the reason for Eddie Thawne becoming this villain. Of course, the Legion of Zoom storyline in the comics was where Reverse Flash recruited a bunch of Flash villains to go up against the Flash. It's already speculated and very, very close to confirm that Godspeed and Zoom will actually be returning for this potential storyline. But anyways, yeah, Reverse Flash is going to end up escaping later this season, I would assume. And then he's going to think to himself, just me versus the Flash wasn't working. Me becoming the Flash didn't work. So I'm going to get a bunch of the Flash's most ruthless villains to go up against him. That's how I'm going to defeat him. That's probably what Reverse Flash is going to be thinking. So somehow he's going to get his speed back. Obviously, he's the reason that he got his speed in the first place. So I would assume he would know how to get it back. So as soon as he escapes prison, he gets his speed back. He starts time traveling to find all of these different villains. And then he says, you know what, how cruel would it be to take someone like Eddie Thawne, a former friend of the Flash, and turn him into a villain? So I think what could happen is he could time travel back to season 1 when, he was originally erased from existence, pull Eddie Thawne from the timeline, but in order to make sure that no other timeline changes happened, he could, somehow make Team Flash still think Eddie Thawne was dead. So I think that's definitely possible. He time travels back to get Eddie Thawne, and then he turns Eddie Thawne into a speedster, whether that's with the negative speed force or what. I think that would definitely make sense for Eddie Thawne becoming Cobalt Blue because of the influence of the Reverse Flash. And also, if you guys don't already know, it was recently confirmed that Eddie Thawne would be returning for more episodes this season besides episode 6, and his return is going to be in an unexpected way, which is how it was phrased. So I'm really hoping that that means he's going to become a villain. But if Eddie Thawne's return is not going to be because of the Reverse Flash, how exactly could he return? Now, it's possible that there's like a villain that can resurrect dead people, so maybe that's how Ronnie comes back, maybe that's how Eddie comes back. That's definitely possible. Maybe like another dark matter explosion brings some people that were dead back to life. I mean, you never know, that could happen. And I've had this next theory with a lot of characters such as Zoom, Ronnie. What I think could happen is that, after Crisis on Infinite Earths, Earth Prime could have pulled maybe an Eddie Thawne from like Earth 7 or whatever onto Earth Prime, and maybe that version of Eddie Thawne is evil or something along those lines, and then he becomes Cobalt Blue and all that. I think that could be possible. That's a theory I've had with Zoom as well, where Earth 1 Zoom, or Earth 1 Hunter Zolomon, I should say, maybe he's still on Earth Prime, so maybe that's how Zoom could return, because there's still another version of Hunter Zolomon out there. And something else that I think could happen, I think Eddie Thawne might not even, end up becoming Cobalt Blue. Instead, some people also think this, that Eddie Thawne might be the Red Death, which I think would be a very interesting twist. So yeah, maybe what I said before ends up happening. Reverse Flash ends up time traveling, and he ends up turning Eddie Thawne into a speedster. One would think he would use the negative speed force, so maybe the negative speed force turns him into Red Death instead of Cobalt Blue. I think that would be interesting. With that said, though, I'd still much rather see Eddie Thawne be Cobalt Blue instead of the Red Death. Obviously, a lot of people want to see Eddie Thawne as Cobalt Blue, and there are already tons of people that I think could definitely end up being the Red Death. Bloodwork could even be Red Death. Ronnie Raymond's up there. There's just a lot of characters that I think they should definitely use more later in the season. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to season 8. What else it has to offer. Obviously, Eddie Thawne we will see him return for the first time next episode, which will be episode 6, which is going to be airing Wednesday, March 9th for you guys that don't know. And yeah, Ronnie Raymond returning later. That's going to be really cool to see. And Eddie Thawne, I'm excited to see what else he's going to have, what else his storyline might hold this season. And by the way, guys, with Eddie Thawne returning later this season in a quote-unquote unexpected way, what else would he be doing besides being a villain? I'm not exactly sure why he would be returning as just somebody else on the CCPD again. That wouldn't really make any sense to me. I think that he's got to be a villain if he's returning in an unexpected way. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your thoughts on all this Eddie Thawne Cobalt Blue stuff. Do you guys think Eddie Thawne will end up becoming Cobalt Blue? Do you think Cobalt Blue will even, appear at all? Just comment all your thoughts on that down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.